Welcome to Star Expose. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. Imagine this: the person you've shared your life with, the one who knows your quirks, your favorite jokes, your quiet fears, suddenly lying in a hospital bed, surrounded by wires and blinking machines, the laughter that once filled the house replaced by the rhythmic beep of a monitor. For Kelly Ripa, this wasn't a movie scene. It was the moment her world shattered. Her husband, Mark Consuelos, the love of her life for nearly 3 decades, had been rushed to the intensive care unit after a sudden medical crisis no one saw coming. Kelly, who had spent her entire career lighting up television screens with her warmth and energy, now found herself in the cold corridors of a hospital, holding back tears and whispering prayers she never thought she'd need to say. She remembered the sirens, the rush of nurses, the smell of antiseptic, and that one haunting sound: the wheels of the gurney carrying Mark away from her. In those moments, time didn't just slow down, it broke. She later admitted she couldn't process what was happening. Just hours before, they'd been laughing in their kitchen, talking about what to make for dinner. Now she was being told that the man she built her life with might not survive the night. Mark, even in his fragile state, had one request. He wanted to see their children. Not to talk about treatments or fear, but about love. About what truly matters before time runs out. It wasn't easy. The kids were scattered across their lives, busy with school and work, living the independence their parents had so proudly encouraged. Kelly was torn between protecting them from heartbreak and fulfilling Mark's wish. But love, as it always had, guided her choice. When the kids finally arrived, the reunion was pure emotion. The room that had been filled with machines and quiet panic suddenly felt alive. Mark, though weak, found the strength to sit up. His voice was raspy, but his words carried the weight of a father's love. He spoke to Michael about responsibility and courage, reminding him that leadership isn't about power, but kindness. He told Lola that her empathy was her greatest strength, that her laughter could heal others. And to their youngest, he whispered to keep dreaming fearlessly, because the world needs hearts like his. Kelly watched in silence, tears streaming down her face. She knew what was happening. This wasn't just a father speaking to his children. It was a man preparing his family for a future he feared he might not see. That realization pierced her heart like nothing else. When the children left the room, Mark took her hand. His eyes, once full of mischief and playfulness, now glistened with love and fear. "If I can't say it tomorrow, promise me you'll keep telling them for me. Tell them how much I love them." Those words broke her completely, but they also gave her strength. Because in that moment, she understood what love really means: staying strong when your heart wants to fall apart. For days, Kelly barely slept. She lived in that hospital waiting room, fueled by caffeine and hope. She stared at the monitors, praying for one more miracle. Between the fear and exhaustion, she found herself reflecting on the meaning of family. How easily we take our time together for granted, how quickly everything can change. And then something shifted. Slowly, quietly, hope began to return. Mark started to respond to treatment, his color returned, his breathing grew steadier. The doctors couldn't promise anything yet, but small victories began to appear. The kind of miracles only a devoted family could see. The first time he smiled again, Kelly burst into tears. The first time he sat up on his own, the kids clapped and cheered like it was a championship win. Every tiny step felt monumental. As it turned out, was as stubborn as ever. Each day he pushed himself a little further, joking with nurses and teasing Kelly whenever she fussed over him. "Don't get used to this," he'd say with a grin. "Once I'm better, I'm cooking again." She'd roll her eyes, pretending to scold him, but deep down she loved every second of his humor coming back. Those who visited said it was a beautiful sight, a couple that had built their love on laughter, now using it as medicine. Even the doctors noticed that when Kelly walked in, Mark's vitals improved. The energy in the room shifted, brighter, lighter, stronger. Love was literally healing him. Weeks passed and the impossible began to happen. Mark was moved out of the ICU. He could walk short distances. He ate his first full meal again. Kelly described the day he came home as stepping into sunlight after living in shadow. As they left the hospital, she looked back one last time at the building that had witnessed their darkest nights and their most profound strength. That drive home wasn't just a trip back to comfort, it was a return to life, to love, to everything they'd almost lost. At home, even the simplest things felt magical. Cooking dinner together, watching their favorite show, laughing over nothing. Every ordinary moment became extraordinary. The crisis had changed them, not just as a couple, but as a family. Kelly often says that tragedy can either tear people apart or bring them closer. For them, it was the latter. The experience reminded them that nothing, not success, not fame, not even fear, mattered more than the love they shared. Mark's recovery wasn't just a medical victory, it was a testament to faith, resilience, and devotion. He later confessed that in his darkest hours, it was her face, her voice, her presence that kept him alive. Her love had been his anchor. Their story touched millions, not just because of who they are, but because of what they represent. Two people who never gave up on each other. Through laughter, through heartbreak, through the unthinkable, they proved that love isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, even when it hurts. And that's the beauty of Kelly and Mark's story. After all these years together, through the glamour of Hollywood and the chaos of family life, they've remained real, playful, passionate, and stronger than ever. Kelly has since used her experience to remind others to never delay the things that truly matter. Say, I love you today. Forgive when you can. Celebrate the people you love, not with grand gestures, but with simple moments. Shared meals, long hugs, late-night talks. Because in the end, it's not the fame, the awards, or the money we remember. It's the love that gets us through the storms. Mark's journey from the ICU to full recovery became more than just a comeback story. It became a love story reborn, the kind that reminds us that every heartbeat, every breath, every shared smile is a gift. Kelly once said that what saved them wasn't medicine alone, it was faith, it was laughter, it was love, pure and stubborn love that refused to give up. And that's the lesson their story leaves us with, that even when life breaks you apart, love has the power to rebuild you stronger than before. So wherever you are, take a moment to hold the people you love a little closer. Because as Kelly and Mark learned, everything can change in an instant. And love, no matter how fragile it seems, is the one thing that truly endures. Thanks for watching Star Expose. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big story.